This is Deducter, continuing the playthrough of XCOM Enemy Unknown using Long War. So we finished the satellite uplink. Our satellite will be finished right before the council report, and we'll launch both satellites concurrently over South America. No reason not to do it that way. Medium UFO again, and I have a couple interceptors still available to deal with this.
We have eyes on the bandit.
I might get 2, maybe even 3 interceptors damaged. That would be a bit unfortunate. Wow, I am getting really lucky in my evasions. My interceptor didn't even get hit once. That's super lucky. Let's send another interceptor, this one with a kill, to deal with it. It's not really possible to get every single UFO. You have to be extraordinarily lucky for that to happen. I've been reasonably lucky. There we go. Finally took some damage. Okay. Definitely aborting that. But we should be able to finish it off in 1, maybe 2 more hits. As long as the UFO doesn't escape, which it might. We'll see. Perfect. Alright. Who should we take as our team? There's also a council mission and a terror mission coming up. Let's get our Rocketeer some experience here. It's actually not that critical. I sort of want to make sure my Rocketeer is available for use. We want to bring our scout to the terror mission for sure. We want to bring the assault to the terror mission for sure. I think the setup from last time is good enough. Yeah. The one thing is, since we have Sniper, we have Rocketeer, we'll actually change the Engineer's main weapon to a shotgun for close quarters combat with the outsiders. Let's just try that out. See how that works. Yeah. Let's do this. We want to be very careful not to get the Rocketeer injured. That's the most important, because we want to have that Rocketeer for the terror mission. It's really good to try to get a Rocketeer up to Sergeant. I mean, obviously it's not going to happen for the first terror mission, but at Sergeant, that's when you can get a second Shredder rocket. Then you get 3 rockets, and that's awesome. I should also get a second scope so I can equip it on my Rocketeer to make sure he hits more often. So this is a medium UFO, 3, maybe 4 pods, generally 3 I believe at this point in the game. We will advance slowly but steadily. Let's see, what do we got here? 3 floaters. 4 floaters. My mistake. Wow. Did I finish the autopsy yet? Yes, I did. So we can see, for instance, sometimes these floaters have special ability. This particular leader does not. He only has the standard abilities. And I don't think any of the other ones will have any special abilities. They never do. But you can just check. Once you do the autopsy, you can see it. Right now, it's not super important, but it will matter later on. So, we got a bunch of floaters, some of whom could potentially outflank me. We have plenty of smoke grenades, but not enough good cover. We do have a shotgun. So, we gotta decide how we want to do this. Putting the Sniper here is a good idea. The other option is just to try to alpha strike everything. It's probably suicidal though, because the remaining floaters will be able to kill me. But it's an idea. And then we only have enough smoke grenades to cover really one sector. And that's probably going to be these logs here, because I can't get everyone over there. The logs are not the best to cover because logs can be destroyed, but at least this way we won't trigger too many more aliens, and I don't think they can outflank my sniper here. Yeah. So I should be fine. There isn't any other place for my sniper to... Well, actually, that's not true. My sniper could go hide here. It's actually probably the best move, now that I think about it. Yeah. Just hide my sniper here, and there's absolutely no way they could hurt me. We can move the combat engineer here and potentially do some tricky stuff. Let's see. What do we got? 30%, 26%, 50%. 50% is not great, but it'll do. And we hit. You get lucky. Awesome. Let us then move my Rocketeer up. We don't really need to use a rocket on this group. It's not a bad idea, but I think I'll be fine. Obviously, I want to get in cover. Obviously, I want to use the smoke grenade. And now we have to make a decision. How do we want to play the rest of this out? Do you want to use a rocket? Well, we can kind of hit them, but with a scattering of 4, it might sort of backfire on me. We don't really want to fire it there, so that's bad. We don't want to do that. We can flush one of these things out. The best target to flush, I think, is the guy in the middle. Yeah, because we flush that one, he might run out into the fog. Whereas if we flush this one, we should be able to get another hit on it. Yeah.
Damn it.
And of course we want to keep our sniper absolutely safe. And over here, he has nothing to worry about. So we have 3 floaters alive, one of whom decides to launch. Ooh, that's actually a really good move by the AI.
They're moving around the side.
Perhaps that wasn't such a brilliant move. I think that was a dash move. Okay. Clearly not a good thing. But this is not hopeless. Not at all hopeless yet. Man, that was not a good move by my sniper. I forgot the AI can do that. See, sometimes the AI makes some truly inspired moves. You gotta admit, this was an inspired sequence. This was good. I probably couldn't have done better if I were playing the floaters. So now we are definitely in a bit of a pickle here. I'm going to have to think about this. If there were a guaranteed way of killing that floater, we can use the sniper to do stuff. But without run and gun, we don't really have that. Floater is behind good cover. About the only way to really do it is to rocket him in the face. And you know, that'll probably work, assuming the rocket hits. Which it may not. Plus, moving forward run the risk of triggering another group. We definitely don't want to do that. Hmm. Sometimes AI makes really inspired moves, you gotta admit. Or at least I have to admit, this is really clever. I don't actually know what to do now. I think I should just use a rocket in a case like this, and you know, because I don't see how else I can deal with that unit. The short range actually screws me up. With only a 57% chance to hit, that's not good enough. Even if I hit, I don't necessarily guarantee a kill. And then what do I do? Let it get a potentially crit on my sniper and take him out? That is the worst possible thing. We don't need a full rocket for this. A shredder will do. I mostly just want to take out the cover. Good. And now it's a trivial task to finish him off. We'll use Bullet Swarm. We'll let the game recalculate. And this should be trivial. Excellent. Next, we want to take out the guy who is suppressing, for obvious reasons. Perfect. And lastly, to deal with the last floater, I prefer a shotgun to the face. No one resists a shotgun to the face. And I think that was the best way to have gone about that. That floater launching the rear, that was an inspired move. I'm impressed. So, second group already? Okay. This group doesn't have a leader, and I get to alpha strike it. But that is super irritating. Alright. Wow, the game truly is afoot, isn't it? First things first. If we move here, we could potentially blast that thing, but that's not the best. If we move here, we could potentially blast that, which I think is ideal. Although on the other hand, infantry with Bullet Swarm, it's actually kind of hard. Again, we have to watch out for launches. Oh boy, what insanity have I gotten myself into? Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this again. Clearly there is a vulnerable target here. 75%, that's too good to pass up, and we'll just use my infantry with Bullet Swarm to deal with that. And I miss. That's less good. I don't think we need a rocket here. I'm feeling pretty confident I can take that. The only question is, what do I do with this? If I move here, that's super dangerous. It's possible for the AI to outflank me. If we move here, there is no risk of being outflanked, but we can't get any really good shots. We move here, obviously we have really good shots, but there is not enough cover. Plus, I can't really target that one. Tricky, huh? Well, I have some grenades. This is sort of a great group to grenade. If we pull the heavy weapons specialist back, and we put our engineer here, we can grenade them. And that, I think, is a great move. Because the grenade should blow the trees up and really screw up the floater cover. And I don't think I'll kill all of them. I do want to recover as many floater corpses as possible because of the... So if we kill this floater, they'll still leave me with plenty of options. Yeah, let's do it this way. Ah, that's not good. Floater actually survives. Maybe we don't need to use any grenades. But I think that's just wishful thinking. I think maybe we really don't need to use any grenades. Ugh.
Adjusting sights.
So greedy. Ah, screw it. Too dangerous to leave these guys alive like this. We'll do it. Probably shouldn't have targeted that floater that was already weakened, since I definitely won't get the corpse from that. That was silly, yeah. Well, take the 100% shot.
Kill confirmed.
Missing a lot.
They're trying to pull back.
So there's another group. I don't know what that last group is. But I've driven the floaters back, although I did destroy one corpse, which is a bit unfortunate. But sometimes those are the chops. It's a bit of a bug here. The smoke grenade does not appear to be... You can't see the smoke for some reason. Now, the floaters will come back, but we might as well move ourselves out into better cover. Might as well put my soldiers on Overwatch. Floaters should come back sooner or later. But they have fled in terror for now. Where could they be? Let's transfer the sniper back to a more central location.
You hear that?
I think that means there are more floaters out there. There's a third group probably. Nasty stuff. Again, we need to be a bit cautious here.
to go.
We will reload this soldier. And there's no good place to put this soldier. So we might as well put the soldier here. This part is boring. I gotta stop pausing the video. These points. I'll pick it up when there's actually some action. This is just me advancing very slowly, very cautiously. Alright, I found the last two floaters. What happened was one of them bust out of the fog and got overwatched, shot, and died horribly. And we've located the last floater. He's just sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. We'll just kill it. As long as I can get range on it, which I'm pretty sure I can. There's no point in leaving that thing alive for much longer. Although if it keeps
Adjusting sights.
resisting, it could be a problem. All my high percent shots are missing for some reason. Who knows, maybe the shotgun will hit from long range.
He's down.
Apparently. I actually want to get some more experience on my guys with lower health, but lower experience, but it looks like that's not going to work out. I did end up destroying one floater corpse. Bit unfortunate since floater corpses are some of the best. You can, so in this mod you need them to build the aim module boost, which you'll actually need in the air war. The sectoid gives the tracking boost, and the cyber disc gives the evasion boost. The evasion boost is obviously the best, given how much damage UFOs can do. But the aim boost is really good because what you can do with the aim boost is you can just use it, and for a small scout, for instance, in the later months, 3 hits on average should kill it. So if you do an aim boost, you can sometimes even take it down in 2 hits, sometimes 3, and you minimize downtime with your interceptors for a mere 25 or so credits plus the 3 floater corpses, and you'll get plenty of floater corpses. Still, you need 15 engineers to build it, though, and I do not actually have 15 engineers right now. There should be a third group somewhere. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Ready to engage. Rock and roll.
I heard something. Something I think that's not just the outsider. I think it's more floaters. Which is good, I want to fight floaters, but the question is, where are they? So, there are 2 ways to figure this out. One is that the floaters will just patrol around the UFO. All I have to do is sit here and overwatch, and sooner or later they'll come into view. The other way is that the floaters are a static group and we have to find them. Either way, my plan right now is just to overwatch a bunch, and if that fails, I'll scout around the UFO. But this part's not interesting, so I'll pause it. Alright, and I am back. I triggered the outsiders. I know there's a second group, probably floaters, somewhere over here. Fortunately, I managed to trigger the outsiders by themselves, and this should not be too much of a problem to deal with. There are any number of ways to tackle the outsiders as usual. We want to, I think, blow the cover here so we can get some really good shots off on it. On the other hand, we could just running with the engineer and the shotgun and shoot these things point blank. They're all good options. So there is also an intact power source. I forgot if I mentioned that. That's awesome. Always good to get a little bonus. So how do we want to do this? We'll do this sort of a slow and steady way. Now you'll notice there are 2 slots where you can put my troops and have perfect position to shoot that thing. and we have a gunner to suppress it, and we have the ability to throw a smoke grenade. So what we're gonna do is we are going to shotgun this thing in the face, like so. Nine damage. It's basically dead. But to make sure it stays dead, we will use the Rocketeer. Since we want to get this guy some experience. 96% really? Not even 100%? That's kind of sad. Next. Removing my unit with Bullet Swarm. I don't think he's, flanking me. He can't possibly be flanking me. And we pop a smoke grenade here. Now this is close quarters combat, so the EI does get a range bonus. 18%. So we suppress it.
Got him covered.
Now in vanilla, the unit would just sit there and do nothing. But here, it'll at least try to do something. It'll fail horribly, of course, but that's alright. I have like 80 effective defense against it, so it has like I don't know, 15% chance to hit or something like that. Not even that, 80%. I think that thing has the range bonus like 20% and 70 base aim or something like that. Whatever the chance is, it's astronomically low. Well, astronomical is not the correct term here. It's very low. We'll just use very. I think it's in the 10% region. We got hollow targeting on it. Then we just finish it off. Ooh, that's awesome. We got our gunner promoted to lieutenant. That's one of the best promotions, as it unlocks double tap. And we all know that double tap is awesome. As I suspected, or not suspected, as I know, there is another group. So we want to be a little careful here.
Rock and roll.
We will definitely want to be a bit careful. I'm pretty sure it's floaters. And my suspicion is that, well, they might be hiding any number of places. We're going to be careful. Floaters can be very nasty in close quarters. Okay.
You hear that?
So it does sound like they're patrolling around the map, but because they can dart in, and if your Overwatch shots miss, they can just kill one of your squad members at point blank range. Obviously want to avoid cases like that, as that is clearly no good. We have 2 more smoke grenades, so that's good. We also have a sapper enhanced grenade left, and we have my gunner.
Back in.
But again, we want to be careful here. No, this mission has gone very well so far. Let us not make a silly mistake. It's patrolling around the map. That's what it's doing. If that's the case, okay, I'm gonna pause this video and sort of like, my general plan is just to wait for the floaters to trigger. I actually think probably gonna exit the UFO in this area since there's some trees and just fight the floaters in the open. Floaters are great in close quarters, but they're much less effective in the open, I think. Anyway, gonna pause until I engage them. Okay, I've triggered the last group of enemies, and it turns out it's a group of 4 thin men who were on top of the UFO. This is like literally, I cannot think of a worse tactical situation to be in. So far the mission has gone swimmingly, and then at the last possible moment this is turning into a complete nightmare. The 4 thin men has sort of retreated back around there. Thin men are extraordinarily nasty. I think my best bet is to find a corner of the map where they cannot flank me, like over here, and just fortify myself, try to pick off 2 or 3 of them, or at least 2 of them, and then I can go out and hunt them. But if I don't do that, I am just completely screwed. The good news is the thin men are unlikely to come to the top of the UFO to try to shoot me with the range height bonus, because it'll leave themselves horribly exposed to counterattack. I think what is most likely to happen is the thin men will drop down and try to swarm into the interior of the UFO. Definitely don't want that. They might try some sort of cute maneuver over here, but I don't think that's likely either. I'm gonna run my... There's no good place to put my sniper, unfortunately. Guess here is probably the best. And we will just digging here and hope for the best. We'll put my heavy machine gun unit here. Yeah, this is gonna get nasty very quickly.
What was that?
I have no idea where they are, but we want to try to avoid being outflanked. I think if the Finn men were to flank me, it would not be from, well, the direction I'm looking at. It would either be from this direction or this direction. That's my personal hunch. So we will array my defenses accordingly. Put the engineer here. That should be safe. Put the rocket launcher guy in the middle. This way we provide multiple overlapping fields of fire. I just hope I am correct about... Well, the thin man coming from here, I'm obviously screwed sitting here. Does sound like they're probably going to circle around. What is going on? I'm going to have to retreat my combat engineer too. Okay, what is going on? I cannot see. The men are somewhere inside a UFO or on top or something. That's where they are. Okay. Okay, good. One down. I'm actually a little worried about thin men popping out from here and shooting me. That would be terrible. There's no good place to take cover from. There really is no good place. Like, if they're coming from over here, then I'm screwed. If they're coming from over here... I honestly don't know where to put this soldier. Because this position will get me horribly outflanked, but here is also no good. I think this place might actually be the best, since they can't really shoot me from over there. Alright, 1 down, 3 left. This is very slow and tedious, so I will just pause the video until I kill 1 more, because I am not budging from this position for a while. Ah, there we go. Okay, never mind, we don't have to pause. Clearly I am going to shoot that thin man over there with... Well, actually, I'm going to just blow it up with a grenade. No mistakes. Because I can't be guaranteed a clean shot. Looks like both of them have decided to hide there, which makes a grenade a perfect use. Yeah, I don't think the last 10 minutes is going to circle around from there. I might be wrong, obviously, but... Or we can just rocket them in the face, and, you know... It's also a strong move. I just don't think... Yeah, I can't hit. Okay. Rocket them in the face is not going to work. What else can we do? That is a terrible location. I can't put my medic anywhere. Yeah, I think clearly this is the best move. We just blow this whole area sky high. So we can get line of sight. Looks like it still might be bugged, or is that the man actually still behind cover? It's hard to tell. I'm gonna save reload to see what the deal is here. Doesn't look like it's behind cover. Okay, so it is still behind cover. It's behind indestructible cover. That's lovely. Cases like this, we flush them. That's where the last 2 thin men are. Okay. Okay. I see. This is gonna be tough. That's no good. Moving up here is no good. And moving up here is no good since we can't shoot it. If we move here, that's actually... I mean... It is too easily flanked, though. I think the thin men would do it. At least my combat engineer is in relatively good cover. We can enhance that cover if we do this correctly. I think my best option is to hide the Rocketeer here. Since there's... I mean, we located the last aliens, which is good. But... we are a bit vulnerable, which is... I can't reach. That's no good. So we'll have to be on Overwatch. Okay, this is going to be a little dicey. Hopefully my combat engineer survives. That is not a good first step to survival. That is a good step. Okay, good. My combat engineer should survive. But that one's decided to go on Overwatch. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Again, we flush this guy out.
You can't hide from me. Guns dry.
Why don't I have line of sight? It's odd. Pop a smoke grenade. %, it'll have to do. Good. My engineer should be safe. Behind the smoke grenade and good cover. It is possible for the thin men to potentially get a flanking shot, though. Ugh, this is ugly. Let's hope it doesn't. This whole position was just... Maybe I should have retreated further. That wasn't really a great position to be in anyway. I want to try to set up my infantry for a flanking attack. Okay, it's decided to hide. That's great. They'll probably poison me. I can do that. I can deal with that. As long as the soldier doesn't panic, it just means a bit more recovery time, and that's acceptable. So. No run and gun, no flush, no grenades. If we go here and rocket launcher, shoot a rocket launcher in its face, that's not a bad move. We know that thing doesn't have Overwatch. But I want to cure the poison to avoid any more. But I don't want... I mean, this is difficult. If I move the rocket launcher guy out, he could die if the rocket veers off course. You know what? In cases like this, we will simply play the waiting game. There's only one alien left. Can't really do too much.
It's gonna hurt.
So we will simply wait for the alien to rear its ugly head, and we will kill it.
I'm ready.
We'll put my sniper on Overwatch. If I put my infantry here, then they could avoid an Overwatch shot and then, you know, shoot me in the face. I don't think the Thin Man can hit me from here. I don't think it has enough moves to outflank me from here. I might be wrong. Let's hope I'm not. But my sniper might just be able to get it. Nope.
Adjusting sights.
That's a problem. Apparently I am wrong. So now it gets a free shot on me. Oh, okay, it dashed. That was close. Alright, now I just have to decide who I want to get the XP on this kill. No, the gunner already has the XP. So we will do this. like so.
Out of rounds.
Let's try to get the Rocketeer the promotion. %. That was very close. I was right though. The AI couldn't move there and then hit me.
Negative. Weapons dry.
14 aliens, including 4 thin men who had good position on me. This was one of the tougher missions I had to face. My engineer will probably be stuck in sick bay for half a month. That's okay though. I have a Rocketeer as a demolitions expert. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but for the gunner, double tap naturally is just awesome. And the Rocketeer having been, the infantry having, now, for the infantry, this is kind of interesting. Executioner is pretty weak. A smoke grenade actually isn't bad. You can, for instance, bullet swarm and then smoke grenade to protect yourself. But I actually think covering fire is great for infantry because later on you can get the opportunist perk, which eliminates the penalty to Overwatch. And covering fire, again, in this mod, allows you to fire at someone who's, firing from cover, and when your reaction shot triggers, the enemy does not benefit from cover. So say there's a Muton in heavy cover that took a shot at you. If you have covering fire, the minus 40% to heavy cover would not apply when your reaction shot triggers. So it's actually really good if used correctly. Too bad I got the intact power source. The other stuff I have to sell though. Too bad my Rocketeer did not promote. We want to save our power sources. So we have my interceptors. 3 of them are undergoing very long repairs. We have plenty of cash, but at this point I have to decide what to spend it on. I do need some more ships, but I also I want to get the Iron Will bonus. It's a really nice bonus. I might have to promote one of these to another engineer. None of these rookies are very good. Alright, anyway, thank you for watching.